Thank you for joining me to consider the subject of ethical decision-making. Leaders through time have considered this subject. Some thrived, some struggled, but their efforts have laid the groundwork for the development of values surrounding ethical leadership and moral development, and how those traits influence leaders' decisions. Good day. My name is Anthony Ballard. Exploration of this topic illuminates Kohlberg's model of moral development. 3 approaches to making decisions involving ethics and morality. They're pre-conventional, conventional, and post-conventional morality. These approaches include 2 stages each, progressing from self-interest views to societal views, and finally views based on conscience and justness. In addition to communicating a more in-depth review of these approaches, at the end of our discussion, I would like to share with you the results of an online ethical leadership style questionnaire I had the opportunity to complete. The introduction of our 3 approaches a moment ago will benefit from some additional detail. Each of these approaches describes different levels of observed personal accountability and social morality. Peter Northouse mentioned stages, 2 per level, and these stages form the basis of difference. Level 1, pre-conventional morality. Here, a leader views morality from the perspective of self-interest. They desire to avoid punishment, but get a reward. The leader follows the rules, but for their own gain or protection, and they'll broker an exchange of favors, but only if they get one in return. Next, level 2, conventional morality. A leader approaches from a perspective more aligned with society's views and values. They strive to do what's expected. They follow the rules and expectations of society. And finally, level 3, post-conventional morality. Here, a leader develops a conscience and adopts it in their reasoning. They strive to contribute to society more justly. Morality is not the only concern for decision makers. Knicky and Williams described a critical process for managers to ensure decisions are made without bias. Certainly, it's part of a manager's scope to make decisions, but firmly held beliefs may over-influence decisions. Managers may benefit from a series of self-directed questions. What consequences may result from the decision? Have I considered available evidence? Did I assign connections to events that are actually random? There are others, but it's critical for managers to face facts and set aside any inherent biases. All right. A moment ago, I mentioned that I completed an ethical leadership style questionnaire with the goal to identify my preferred decision-making style. To determine my style, the questionnaire sorted responses related to virtue, justice, utilitarianism, duty, caring, and ego. The instrument revealed that I make decisions from a place of virtue. That is, I would do what a good person would do. Results also indicate that I favor what is fair and what benefits the most people. Those are justice and utilitarianism, respectively. The surprise was that I indicated no ego-based responses, suggesting that I would be hesitant to make decisions based on what would benefit me most. As an aside, I shared these results with my immediate supervisor, who expressed no surprise whatsoever. My responses were compared to a group of 106 other managers that took the survey, and that yielded that my preference style score for virtue is moderate, but against my least favored ego style, my score is deemed low. Based on the results of the questionnaire, it should come as no surprise that I consistently desire to do the right thing. When addressing ethical dilemmas, the impact of my decision on people is at the forefront. Traits such as integrity, courage, honesty, and loyalty are very important to me. On the other hand, I avoid acting in my own self-interest or what benefits me most. It may be advisable to review whether I am easy to take advantage of. Well, thank you for joining me today. I hope you've enjoyed our discussion on the topic of moral and ethical decision-making. Perhaps one of the approaches described will resonate with you and support your process of self-reflection.